In just over 6 months, we're going to be saying a very emotional farewell to Griffin Park. But we'll be starting a new chapter and creating new memories in this place. Thanks to Bees Live, I'm going to be getting a behind the scenes tour thanks to Operations Director Alan Walsh, and I'll be taking you to the places no drone can get. So where I'm stood now, this is the West Stand Concourse. You can see it's a bit of a building site now, but you can get an idea of what's going to be in here. We're going to have all the concessions are going to be there where you can come down at half time to get some refreshments. There'll be a half time pint, your soft drinks, your food. Also going to be toilets here. You can see already, compared to what we're used to in Ealing Road in particular, there's a lot more space going on. The turnstiles will be coming in from over that side. It's going to have screens in here, all that kind of stuff for you guys at half time to cater for you all. So different, but it's still got that Brentford feel because it's still nice and tight. So Alan, we've just come from the West Stand Concourse. Where are we now?
We're now in the North Circulation Road, basically where all the North Stand spectators are going to be arriving in, and family areas.
I mean, yeah, like we were saying earlier about the West Stand Concourse, there's so much room back here that there's more space for the club to do stuff with. You can get involved with the supporters. At Griffin Park, it's a bit of a tight area.
Absolutely.
It's just going to be a lot more inclusive for fans, a lot more going on, I guess, on a match day.
It is, and you know, you've got all the facilities here. We will actually extend the concourse as well. We've got a couple of gates going in where we can actually get people going out onto that roadway on a match day, which doubles the width of the concourse. So, a bit of fresh air while you're watching the game.
Family club of the year in London already. It's just going to get bigger and better, isn't it? It's going to be better.
Fingers crossed.
So where we are now, we're on the North Stand. That's the West Stand. We'll have the West Stand Alliance, has been talked about a lot, and then in the corner over there, we'll have our away fans tucked away nice in the corner, keeping them quiet. So here we are, top of the West Stand. This is where it's going to be going off on a match day. What a view it is, Alan, looking down there. One thing I did notice, on the VAR calls when we're in the Prem, where are you going to be able to see them? Because you can't really see the big screens from it.
Very true. But what we're doing, Stu, is that we're actually putting in 6 repeater screens right through the West Stand because of the restriction on the view here. They're 2 metre by 1 metre LED screens. So the West Stand have got their own in-house TV screens for match days.
What a place this is going to be to watch a game. Right, so this is the concourse in the West Stand. Obviously down here there's going to be full of concessions and bars and stuff for the fans.
Same facilities pretty much as you have downstairs, you have upstairs. So you've got toilets and concessions all within here, and of course a lively Brentford atmosphere.
Big question a lot of fans are going to be asking, are we going to have those magic pints that we've seen in plenty of stadiums around the country, one in particular in North London?
I think stay tuned. I think we may be delivering something of the sort.
So a lot of Premier League grounds have like kind of a 50-50 synthetic mix to grass. What's this pitch going to be?
This is a Desert Grassmaster pitch. You can see actually the fibre stitched in here.
Right.
Right throughout. It works out about 95% of the pitch will be actually soil based as in a grass seed, which you can see growing here. The 5% is actually the fibre.
Right.
So it's only 5%, but when there's no seed in, it still looks green.
And talk about size-wise. Is it going to be bigger than Griffin Park?
A little bit bigger than Griffin Park. This pitch will measure 105 metres by 68 metres playing surface. Right. Which is, Griffin Park is 100 metres by 67. But the latest regulations with Premier League and other Premier League clubs, you have to have 105 by 68 size pitch.
This is on the other side of the stadium, so this is the East Stand.
Yes.
So you'll be coming out here on the concourse, and again, that view straight away is absolutely amazing. How many people will be sat in this stand?
This one works out as about 2,000 people for, well, stand-wise is 3,500, but 2,000 of our home fans.
Yeah.
We've got
over there,
a noisy crew over in that corner, which is probably going to be the away section.
That we'll be trying to keep quiet every Saturday.
You said it.
To me, this is looking like the most similar to the Braemar roads. Where are we?
We are in the southwest corner of the South Stand. So you are right, it's similar to Braemar Road.
Can I have a little look in the hospitality?
You want to buy one?
I'd love to buy one.
Come on, then.
Let's go. So the game's finished. I've made my way into the dugout. We've got a huge bar here, right?
Yes, we do.
A massive bar to cater for everyone. And you say in the after party, the after show, where you'll always find me. What will be going on here then? So it's for the...
It's for the late game really on TV. If you want to see Premier League games on TV or a Championship game, we've got them shown here. We'll have it self-contained. So basically, you're not going to interfere with anyone else from our residents externally. We can stay on till as late as possible. We're serving food and alcohol and soft drinks within this area.
How many will the dugout be able to hold?
Dugout will be able to hold 960, thereabouts, Stuart, on a match day.
So plenty of availability.
Plenty of availability, and I think as people depart after the end of the game, other people from different stands, subject to availability, will be able to enter. We're not charging
Oh, so you don't need to have been sat in the dugout areas to be able to access this post-game?
Post-game you don't, subject to availability.
And capacity,
So,
I guess.
Absolutely. This is our next level of lounge. This is called the Fortress.
Right. So this big open space, so anyone that's got tickets for the Fortress, and what are we going to be seeing in this area here?
You're going to be seeing tables, chairs, TV screens, you've got your bars, you've got
Food?
concessions, food, all that side of things. This is our Oxford and Cambridge, our 1889 diners, right in this lounge here.
Right. Oh, wow.
Have a look at this.
So this is, apart from a private executive box, this is kind of the premium hospitality that we're going to be offering.
Premium, all sit-down dining, drinks, food, all inclusive,
Wow.
right on the halfway line, with your own panoramic view, and your seats are just through this doorway and that doorway there, right out into the hall, halfway line.
Seats aren't in, and that's because?
They're still being manufactured and so forth. They're padded, so we didn't want to put them in now because they'll get probably damaged with all the fit out that's happening within the lounges up here at the moment. But these will be in very, very soon.
And how many supporters can buy this package and be in this area?
It's in around 80 people.
Right, so that's a real premium. And obviously where we are here, again, halfway line view, but also right on top of the dugouts, which are going to be just down there, which hopefully we're going to try and have as near to get to them as possible in a bit.
Home dugout is on the left-hand side, away dugout on the right-hand side, and that's the players' tunnel from where they enter and exit the field of play.
Another way to watch football, of course, have your own private box. You're going to take me inside this one. I've heard this could be our owner, Matthew Bennons, is that right?
I couldn't comment on that one, Stu, but you never know. You may see him in this room.
Matthew, have you bought yet? Anyway, let's have a little look inside. So, what are we expecting to see in these private boxes?
Well, this is catered for about 12 people.
Right.
Within here, it'll be on a TV, credenza, which is basically fridge and food offering that'll be laid on here for the people of the room. Door closes, they've got their own door entering onto their own seating area. So it's completely self-enclosed, private party for the guests of this room.
This room here where we're in now, there's people doing work in there, so we won't spend too long. We've never had this. This is going to be the warm-up room, is that right?
The home team warm-up space, absolutely. So this is just a bit of ball work if need be, or actually getting on a bike, doing any weights and so forth in preparation for the match. This is the actual players' dressing room area.
So this is huge again. I know we keep talking about size-wise, but compared to Griffin Park, what are we looking at?
Probably 3, maybe 4 times bigger. 3 times bigger at least. Just here, we'll have screens up on this wall.
Wow.
And here and underneath you'll have fridges for drinks, energy drinks and whatever's required for the first team conditioning. Just to the side here, we've got a shower area and where we also have ice bath.
Oh, right, because at the moment, I imagine that what they're getting in the buckets, aren't they, with all the ice at the moment?
At the moment they're in a wheelie bin.
Right,
Yes,
okay.
they step in, so health and safety is probably not the ideal thing on that, but that's what they get in to condition their muscles on recovery. But we will have a dedicated ice bath for them at this stadium.
Oh wow, so we've got our own analysis area just off there.
Just up there, so we've got changing space, workstations and so forth, and we also got toilets, so they're self-contained as well.
Right.
Before they go into the main dressing room. Right ahead of us then is the actual entry to the pitch.
Oh, so right there, what we're seeing there, guys,
Right there.
that's the tunnel area.
That's the tunnel area.
So where the players will be going through. You can see a little peek through what their view's going to be like as they do walk through, and they'll be looking out straight over to that north stand. It'll be the first thing they see as they come out the tunnel.